Welcome back. Day 2 at SGA. We are inundated with friends today. They're lined up, James. I can barely see anything.
There's 3 or 4 people within
I think it was 2, but
one of them left.
There's a few that way.
We'll keep it going. Hey, our good friend Ryan Ellis, Grubner, is here with us today. Ryan, say hi to the illustrious audience.
Illustrious.
That's a big word.
That's good.
Watch out.
You can't call Chris that. She's right there.
As usual, guys, thanks for having me on the show, especially here live at SGA on day 2.
Woo.
Good stuff.
I got a quick story.
Oh, let's go.
So Ryan, longtime friend, we go way back, arrived yesterday and had a presentation at 9 a.m., which we were helping MC, but a lot was going on. His flights were delayed. He finally got in, I think, yesterday morning at 7:30, took an Uber and changed in the back of the Uber. There's now a restraining order.
Shout out to Kathy, by the way.
Great
Uber driver in Charlotte.
5 stars.
And he made it in time.
Definitely 5 stars.
He made it in time and was ready in a suit for his presentation. That is the way, like I said before, the way Grubner rolls.
He did better than I did because I didn't make the session.
I
was rolling around building this booth while Jimmy was emceeing.
I was lollygag. I mean, I'm sorry. I was spreading the love.
You were leading discussion.
Thank you, sir.
Oh. Is that what you call it?
Question and answer.
Jim has a knack for showing up. He's that guy that shows up when you just finish moving, the couch. And
what can I help with?
Hey, yeah, he's that guy. Long trained, qualified.
Everybody needs one of those friends, don't you?
I can't say too much because that was kind of me yesterday. After I got in, by the time we did the show and everything, my guys were back down building the booth too. So,
well, you went from Tulsa to Phoenix to Charlotte, so you went across the country
overnight.
Yeah,
it's good to be busy.
Yep,
good to be busy, isn't it?
It is.
Let's talk about the last 2 weeks or 3, really. Being back, we were at AGA, now SGA this week. What's it been like getting back out?
It's so great getting to see people again.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, we get to see each other on Teams and Zoom and all of that, and that's all great. But, being able to shake somebody's hand, being able to tell stories, not be 6 feet apart like we are here, it's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It is.
We've heard that a lot. Obviously, everybody's just happy to be back. Fellowship. There's a lot of innovation in the halls. You see some new products coming out, some new technology everywhere. Lots of good stuff.
Yeah, there is. The last time we've talked about the PA12, and that was the session yesterday was talking about that. We've got that in our booth. We've got live fusion demos happening. We've got a few other new products. We've walked the floor this morning and talked to some different folks. I see Performance has their new black stripe pipe in their booth. We've seen some new signage out. We've seen a lot of different things here at the show. It's
podcasts.
Yeah, live podcast.
Wait a minute.
In the booth.
And
award-winning.
Award-winning. Congratulations, by the way. For those of you that weren't there last night, these guys won an award at the NASCAR Hall of Fame. So now they're both famous and notorious.
Notorious. We were always notorious. And if you were wondering what that loud sound is, that sounds like someone's building something in the background, that's actually the cornhole boards being used over there. So carry on.
That's good. No, that's good.
It's good
vibrant.
to be social.
Absolutely. It's
we
good
couldn't have done that on Zoom.
No,
it would have been awkward.
Kind of hard to throw bags through the computer.
I tried it one time. IT is still after me because of that whole incident, but we won't go there. Right, TJ?
So I'm not going to throw any names out there because I don't want to throw friends
under a bus.
But I did hear an amazing story last night at the Hall of Fame.
About?
So we have some folks associated with our company that are big into golf.
Okay.
And have one of the really nice golf simulators that you hit the screen and everything.
Yep.
And we have some other folks that attended an event and were asked to hit a few balls.
Okay.
and these screens have computers associated with them, and the
I don't know where this is
CPU is a glass CPU. And the story was somebody kind of shanked the ball and hit the glass and shattered the glass on the CPU. So, and the response was just, yeah, that sucked, and continue on.
Wasn't me.
So,
Yeah, just
pretty
for the
cool.
record, he is not talking
Yeah,
vaguely
not
about us.
not EWN. Totally throwing
I've never
ourselves under
shanked
the
a
bus.
golf ball in my life today.
Well, you're better than I am.
But on a-
'cause I
on a-
suck at golf. But
On a
it's fun.
scale of 1 to 10, a broken CPU, would that be on a scale of 1 to 10? 10 or 10? Joe?
And
Joe
Joe with the
Surratt?
confirmation.
Okay, 10.
Let's
Okay.
go, friends.
People coming by everywhere.
We love it.
It's kind of nice. It's unfortunately the computer's not a 360-degree camera, so everybody can see.
It could be. Oh, the Marines are rolling in.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
It's about time.
We are live, Ted. We are live. Boom.
He comes rolling through. I
Ryan,
thought he was storming the beach.
we are excited to see you. It's good to see you in person again.
Absolutely, guys. Great to
Looking
always
forward to
right.
that invite.
Wait a
later.
minute. Let me just give a shout out here.
Hey, shout out Grubner Marketing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good job.
That is a good one.
Good
Let's
times.
look. Oh, we can't really show it off. Yeah, I was just saying, like, look at that
We can, like-
handshake. Oh, solid.
Maybe.
Look at our friends at Upskull.
Hecklers, heckling.
Is
Yeah.
that somebody from Belgas out there too?
Oh,
Incoming.
all right.
There
Bring
are
it
people.
home.
We're bringing home. Thanks everybody for watching. We're gonna go out and grab a few more guests. We'll be right back after this moment.
You guys
Take
come
care.
down to the booths.
Yeah.
See Grubner right down the path, road, aisle.
There you
That's
go.
it. See y'all in a bit. We are back. Once again, we have our great friend Michelle Trapp from Michael's Pipeline to join us for a few seconds. She is very busy. She is running a booth over there that has people lined up.
Lined up.
Yes.
I can
Lined
see
up.
them.
Okay, so single-handedly, I am running our booth
You are.
because we have such busy people that they could not help me out. So
That's
You want to give a shout out
good
to
problem.
Tammy Bomia?
Hey, Tammy, thank you. Okay, and my boss, Pete.
And Pete.
Tammy's your boss. Pete's my boss.
And
Hey,
then-
Pete. Hey,
Hey,
Pete
Sheila,
Boychek.
that's my boss. Okay.
That's what we need to do. We need to promote like our bosses as well.
Tammy's
Right?
my boss.
Coleman?
Yes, she is. She is. You are.
My
Yeah.
wife and Coleman are my bosses.
Yeah.
I would agree that.
There you go.
I would agree
And
with
my
that.
daughter.
There you go.
Michelle, in just a
Okay.
few seconds, we don't want to take a lot of your time because we know that you're busy.
Yeah.
Thoughts about AGA, SGA, all the conferences,
Oh.
getting back in the swing of things. What do you think?
Okay, I'm pretty sure
One word
Oh,
first, and then you could use a million words.
What's your word to describe this?
All of it.
grateful.
Okay.
Oh, man.
I like it.
Grateful.
Love it.
So grateful that we're here. Okay.
Yep. Okay.
And I'm pretty sure I sound like a broken record when I say,
Nope.
we're all so happy to be back in person.
my goodness.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly. We're here that we're
But we
happy.
are.
Yes, we
I mean,
are.
it's not like we're being fake. That is the story we heard over and over and over.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But,
agreed.
but it's
good
true
way.
though. Getting back together, seeing people face to face. We've been seeing each other. You're a huge fan of Coffee Jim and James. Wait a minute.
Huge fan.
The
Yeah.
award-winning Coffee Jim and
Award
James.
winning.
Get out of town.
So, anyways, but so we've seen each other for a year and a half on LinkedIn, so to
Right.
speak. You know,
Yeah,
Exactly.
big LinkedIn champion over here.
huge.
Yes.
We're
Yeah.
best friends, basically.
Well, yeah, exactly. If we were on Facebook, that's right what we would be.
We're LinkedIn official,
Yeah.
Okay,
all of us.
We are a good promoter of LinkedIn too.
Yeah.
all of us.
No
are.
free sponsors.
And you know what though, we're a good promoter of the industry by what we're doing, by the stories that Michael share, that we share, that Energy World that share. I mean, it's really a good thing, and that's the validation for me is that when people come up and say, "Wow, I learned this," or "I do this a little bit
Right.
differently," or "That helped me,"
Yeah.
that's what makes it for me.
Exactly.
You know,
So I just can't help but say thank you to all of the sponsorship and the vendors and the associate membership, because if it was not for us, like our customers wouldn't come,
Yeah.
right? And we make it
That's a
it
good point.
attractive,
Fun.
and fun. Yes,
Fun.
definitely fun.
We're doing a
Right.
podcast live from SGA. Who's ever done that in the world?
I think is that a first?
Another first.
That should be-
Another
Right
first.
here with Michelle Trump.
That should be an award.
There we go.
So
Did we just win the award for best podcast episode at SGA?
Yeah,
I guess
we
so.
got this.
Michelle, thank you for
welcome.
joining us. We know
I
that you're
wasn't that
very
bad.
busy.
Oh my God, this is awesome.
the
but we
greatest thing you've done
appreciate
all
you
week.
and everything that you
Thank you
do.
Thank
guys.
you so much.
We appreciate what you're doing. This is awesome. This is getting our word out.
It's a team
Tell your
environment, and
friends.
we're gonna have Pete on.
Yes, we're going to bring Pete Wojtek
Uh-oh.
on, and he's going to do the official.
Yeah,
You're
it's
being
gonna be.
Yes.
hunted down right now. I
Yeah,
can
there's
tell.
my other boss.
Yeah,
That's
I am blessed to have that as my other boss.
that's my version of my Tammy.
yes,
Yeah.
Although my Tammy looks a lot better than that version right there.
I am blessed.
all right.
For
All
having
right.
my life.
Good to see you.
Thank you,
Good to see
Michelle.
See you
Absolutely.
soon.
All right. See y'all soon. Bye-bye. We are back at SGA in the afternoon. Chris McCabe
That's right.
is here. What did you just say, Chris, about wait, what did you just say about the award-winning Coffee Jim and James show?
Probably need to listen to it.
You probably
yeah.
should.
You know what?
Especially
Honestly,
now that you're a guest.
Yeah, I think
It's a good time to start.
Yeah.
That's usually when most people start. That's why we try to pump out a lot of episodes.
it's just constant
Yeah, they're like,
turnover.
I guess I'll subscribe since I was on it. Where do I do that?
Yeah. You
What?
said everywhere, though, right? Everywhere that got podcasts?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yeah,
Everywhere and all major platforms. Or you can just follow us on LinkedIn and watch the videos when they come across. You can listen, if you're an audio person, you can listen to the audio like boring.
put it in the
Or you
background.
can see our beautiful faces.
That's right.
Every week for the rest of your life.
Oof, I might be.
Or
Never
ours.
mind. Whatever.
Chris, tell everybody, give us your elevator pitch. What do you do?
Elevator
Yep.
pitch. Well, I'm with Chris Georgia Sales, or CGS Inc. We're out of Knoxville, Tennessee. We're a family-owned business. We are factory rep and distributor for natural gas products in the southeast United States. It started in mid-'70s by my grandfather
That's
on
awesome.
my mom's side. So he did it. He worked after World War II. He came up through AGL and started working in the natural gas industry then, and became a factory rep, and then started his own company in the 70s there, and we're here now. So
Third generation.
third generation. Yes, sir.
Outstanding.
And that's the namesake of the company.
Yes,
right?
CGS, Chris George's is Chris George's, Chris Georgia Sales.
That's awesome.
And a lot of our friends in the industry know your dad, Pat.
Pat McCabe, yeah, he's
Yep.
I've heard
for
that
better or
name.
worse, he's made an impact.
I don't know why I've heard that name,
You're right.
but I have heard it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
That's awesome. How's SGA going?
it's good. I'm enjoying it. It's good to see everybody. It's been 2 years since I've seen some of y'all. It's
it has
longer for
been.
you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's both the wife and the dog were looking at me funny through COVID. Like get out of the house.
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
so-
Something wrong?
Yeah. Yeah.
Same.
Let's
My
hope the
wife has
paycheck's
asked
coming.
me every week, so is this the week y'all go back to the office? Are y'all thinking about closing the office? You sure? You sure you need to do that? I'm like, well, I don't know if it's good for my marriage, but it's been good for my production.
Yeah.
I think it's been a learning time. I think it's both good and bad. And I shouldn't say that. Good and learning.
Absolutely.
So not bad, but you learn from things that are a little bit different.
You learn from the difference or the bad. And
Boy, I've learned a lot this last year
Well, I tell you,
about myself,
that's very true.
about my friends.
okay, we're going to go right into the mental health segment right now.
We have a little bit of time.
Yeah, James, please let it all out. No,
Oh,
I will say, though, just getting back to the trade shows.
Yes, sir.
I did 6,000 steps yesterday before noon. Well, I'm telling you, just getting back in the swing of
Oh,
things.
yeah, it's different.
It
My
is.
feet are throbbing right
Yeah.
now, just for the record.
I think it.
I am not in comfort shape.
No, we need to get back into
Yeah,
it.
my knees were hurting after I set up my booth. No customers.
Mine
there.
too, because Jim didn't show up to set ours up.
I noticed that.
Yeah,
I
he
noticed
planned some kind of emceeing gig, side hustle during that time, and then he showed up as we really dusted off the final, put the final touches, and he was like, "Oh, y'all messed that up. Y'all need any help?"
Can I help, guys? I'm here to help. No, we helped out our friends
did.
at Grubner and Ivonic with emceeing or doing the
Learning lab.
the learning lab, question and answer. And James was going to be there, but because of last minute dynamic and fluid ability, we could not set up till yesterday morning. And I took one for the team, and I went up there
He
to be
did.
on stage.
The funny part about that, not to bring that up again,
Oh, boy.
but was that I'd forgotten about it. I really had, because I was building the booth.
Yeah.
And Jim showed up, and I was giving him a hard time, and then he turned it around and was like, "I'm sorry, I had to MC a learning lab by myself." And I went, "Oh, so we're all good."
We're good. You know what? That's the dynamics of the yin and yang relationship we have, right? When one pivots, the other one slides. When one is dynamic, the other one is fluid.
Fluid and dynamic kind of mean the same
Anyway,
thing.
Chris, how's it feel being on an award-winning? This your first podcast?
It is my first podcast. It is. I listen to quite a few, so I guess I had to get on one eventually.
I
Right?
tell you what, if you want to be back on a full episode sometime
Absolutely.
and talk
I
about
would
some
love
of the
to hear
innovation.
the origin story.
Yeah,
as a
I'll
whole.
get the
That's some
dates
of my
down.
favorite. We've got
Yeah.
all kinds of folks on that have just. We had Rhino on, remember?
Yeah.
And they talked about the origin story. We talked to so many folks that told their garage stories, and I feel like you got some great ones that we need to hear.
That would be
Absolutely.
fun. I mean,
I'd love
it.
to
I'm
come
in.
back on.
Let's do it.
thank you, my friend.
Thank
it's good
you.
seeing
It's
you.
Appreciate
nice
it,
to
y'all.
meet you.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Let's do it again.
All right.
And I will listen. Promise everybody.
We'll see you in a few minutes. Welcome back to the award-winning Coffee with Jim and James. Can I say that
That's the
again?
first time we've ever said that.
Award-winning. And I want to just say that for a third time. Award-winning Coffee with Jim and James.
Can't say
Colin Shaub from Ready for This. We did a shout-out yesterday, but I'm going to redo it for Larissa CSNRI.
Ooh.
No dash.
No dash.
CSNRI. Got
That's
it?
perfect. Colin, how you doing?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks for coming by.
It's an honor to be on an award-winning podcast.
I'm telling you, you're the first one to say that.
All right.
Colin, tell everybody a little bit about what you do.
Okay. Yeah, I work in outside technical sales for CSNRI. We make primarily engineered composite solutions. Obviously, we're here at the SGA show, Southern Gas Association. Our primary space of operation is in the oil and gas industry, but we do branch out into other aspects of civil utilities as well.
Sure.
Whoa. Wow, that was an elevator speech if I ever
You've
heard
been
one.
practicing that.
Sure, yeah, all night in the mirror.
I like it. Anybody you want to give a little special shout out to at CSNRI?
Well, how about your amazing wife?
Oh,
Tammy
I'm sorry.
Bowman?
I didn't wasn't
What
even.
a setup.
Was that like a softball?
That was a like a beach ball.
You have the microphone now, sir.
Tammy's the best.
Okay.
She's charged with revising our entire training regimen, which needed to be done from the ground up. And
Yes.
fortunately, we're using a
like
wonderful
that.
service called Energy WorldNet. I don't know if you guys have heard of them. Trying to bring it all in-house, get it all the resources in one place for easy access, and I'm excited to see what it's going to look like.
Can I say there would almost be like having certification platform, cloud-based, like a qualification so people can do it?
I think you could probably safely say that.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Yeah,
I
it
was
feels
listening
good.
correctly throughout the time.
Yep.
And I will tell you, I have an inside track. My
Please.
team is the team that does the design work, and I've seen a lot of it,
Okay.
and it looks really good.
Well, that
Yeah.
makes me even more
I
excited.
know. And Tammy's breathing down her neck every single day.
As
to
she should be.
Get an update on it. But it's very, very close to completion. We're excited to see
Yeah, it's
some
really
of the first renditions of that. Colin, how's the show going?
Yeah, what do you think?
Honest opinion, a
Yeah.
little slower than I anticipated, but it's been good to interact with folks such as yourself and some of the contractors and stuff that are around who we do work with, day in, day out during dig season. So it's good to see some of those faces. I'm a little light on the end users, but that's going to happen. We're still partly in a pandemic.
No doubt.
We are.
No doubt.
We are.
I think I would say SGA put their best foot forward here. I know we always want bigger numbers. We always want more operating partners. We always, but the truth is that that's out of their hands in a lot of those cases. and-
Absolutely. Not
And we
blaming them.
understand that.
Yeah.
Yep.
So a little bit slower, but also it's given us a lot of time to fellowship with the people that are here.
Great quality versus quantity at
No
times,
doubt, no
right?
doubt. So
That's
shout
right.
out to SGA. And
Yep.
Again, I said it when we were at AGA. Just stepping out here and being the proving ground and setting the tone for what we hope 22 will be.
Amen.
I think we had to get out here and some of us prove it and then go motivate others to join us. So I think it's been good. Obviously, I'd love to have 2,000 people here.
Maybe next year.
But yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to be raring to go by next year.
Yeah.
The foundation's here. The vendors showed up.
No doubt. No
The
doubt.
classics have been good. Content's there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Lots of tracks.
Yeah. I mean, there are awards.
These companies
there
just-
are awards. I mean, where some of the highlights.
Wait a minute. Let's. What? When was that award
Yeah,
ceremony?
tell me what was the award that you guys
Corporate
received?
communication.
And a shout out.
Shout
we
out
were
for sure.
one. We made the finalists, which is absolute honor.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Two, we were nominated along with One Gas and Spire, award-winning unto themselves organizations. So just to be in that same breath with those was unbelievable. And then to actually achieve the award, couldn't believe it. Unbelievable.
Really neat. A lot of validation over the last couple of weeks for work that we've done for almost 2 years now.
Seeing it live.
Coming together, doing it live. We always wanted to do this live. We had plans to do this live all along, but we just hadn't had the opportunity. So coming out here, doing it, seeing the reception.
And I told you guys yesterday when we weren't on the air, but I'll say the same thing. It's good to see the Permanent podcast kind of taking a foothold in this industry specifically. I mean, there are others out there, but you guys have like a fun, casual twist on it, and it's pretty something.
Are there others out there? I'm just kidding. We're sharing the booth with Upsco.
Connections for life.
Connections for life.
They have gold-plated microphones.
Love those guys.
They do have gold-plated
the
microphones.
The pimp cup of microphones.
You know, we're going stealth. I like the look. You know, it kind of matches the mugs. It all blends in.
We are sharing a booth with Upsco. Great partners of ours. Super. We love
And
those
mine.
guys. Love those shows. Their show. We spent a lot of time with them over the last 18, 20 months.
Yep.
Okay.
Working together.
I have not
Ideas.
met them not one single time in person until about 10 days ago.
Yeah.
And
Now you're
I
best
feel
friends?
like we're best friends.
Love it. That's beautiful.
It is good.
Colin, great
James,
to see you, brother.
Jim, you guys are awesome.
Always
Thanks
a
for
pleasure.
having
On
me.
with us.
This is
I'm
great.
sure. Yep. I'm sure I'm going to hear Colin's voice when I'm back home talking to Tammy and say,
That's right.
go at it, solving customer solutions at CSNRI.
Yeah.
Larissa, don't forget that.
We're looking at you. Thanks,
Have a great
guys.
day. Next one
Appreciate
coming up next. Welcome back, everyone. As we walked away from the booth for a second, our friends at Magnolia River,
Good friends, best friends.
wonderful friends, joined us. And a little tidbit, though, we were involved in a pit crew race contest last night, James. Contest.
I wouldn't say it was a contest.
Well, we were in first place for at least 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, until the award-winning pit crew team took their place, did it.
Smoked
Who
it.
was on the jack, who was on the tire, and who was on the fuel?
Jack, tire, fuel.
Wow. And what was your time?
Tire.
799.
799.
Whoa.
To put that in perspective,
It wasn't even
they
close.
told us we were amazing, the best one out there, and we had 13.
Yeah, 13
And y'all
seconds.
halved us.
7 seconds. Good for
It's
you
all about the tire, though,
That's right.
It is.
Yeah.
because he was running
He
the
is
tire.
from Charlotte, or
Oh.
Nashville in
Yeah.
Tallahassee, so he's been around
I
that
grew
for
up
a
working
minute.
on cars and stuff. I know how to use a lug wrench there.
You
Good.
can't miss a lug. Once you miss a lug, you might
You might
as
as
well.
well
Yeah,
just
just
stop
Is
it.
that done?
quit.
You're not
Just
getting
quit.
sub 8.
Just drop the jack on him.
Is that a NASCAR term? What did you
No,
just
I
say?
just made it up.
Okay.
What was it?
You said
We
sub
just
8.
sub 8,
I'm
you
going to
know.
use that. Oh, sub 8. Professional. How's the show going?
It's going good. It's going good.
There's more about this than pit stops and NASCAR.
But that's really why we came here.
That was that's
Yeah.
at least, primary reason.
Why don't everybody kind of go down the line, say what y'all do, and
It's going to be real easy.
Do it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Danny.
Yeah, so I'm Danny Hertz. I'm the regional account manager for the Carolinas, Georgia, Tennessee.
Shout out.
Just helping
Okay.
us get some more business in that territory.
Look, we have all these fans around.
Yeah.
All
Now
9
they're
of them.
showing up.
They're all Magnolia River people. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm Sheila Kraft. I'm the account manager that covers the Texas, Louisiana, Mississippi, Oklahoma, Arkansas, all the way into California, just
Whoa.
South Central, Southwest,
So,
and then
Wow.
we've got the BMOC over here.
Count manager, Midwest, Rockies, Great Plains.
Do you cover Minnesota?
Yeah.
Too? Oh, yeah, sure.
He
There,
even
don't you
has
know?
to talk with that accent.
Oh, yeah.
Fit in.
Oh, sure. Yeah, a little lutefisk up there, a little ice fishing.
That's a lot
sorry.
Irish there.
I don't know.
It was,
Yeah.
it was a
What other accents
blend.
you
depends where you're at exactly.
Yeah.
Tammy, my wife, says all my impersonations sound the same. I said, no, they don't. In my head, they're all different. She was like, no, they're all the same. Anyways.
Yeah.
So we saw Sheila at AGA a couple
Yes.
of weeks ago. Were y'all at AGA?
No,
Can't remember.
we were not.
I'm sorry. So is this kind of y'all's, I know we've all been out, but I mean like conference wise, is this one of the first kind of bigger ones?
Yeah, so earlier this year I was at CPGA, which is really
Sure.
small, TGA, and then we did RNG Works
We did
recently
RNG.
too,
Oh,
which
yeah.
is really good.
I
Kind
heard
of
that was a really good one.
finding our place in that market too. So,
Very cool.
but that was really big. That was bigger than this.
No doubt.
Yeah, they did a good job there.
I heard good things from that show.
It's good getting back. It's good seeing people, just catching up the whole bit. It's exciting. It's exciting to go by the booths and just see what's going on.
Yeah, I think everybody's, we always, even when we have 2,000 people here, we're like, man, I wish there was some more people. But, getting out here doing this, we gotta get out here and get to work, and we're setting the tone for 22, I think we're gonna be out there a lot.
Yeah, a lot of old friends.
Hopefully there's no more pit stops, or any kind of pit crew action that we have to battle. And
Well, we can just make a new contest.
we need a new I think it's a real insult.
Do you have an idea?
You have the video playing in front of
Yeah.
Look here, if we
The
want
whole
to talk about
time.
how many views we're getting, how this is going viral, we got the info here.
viral.
Pretty much, this is going to be on
Basically,
YouTube.
It's
We're gonna,
SGA viral.
Basically, we're starting a podcast now
70,000
about
right
pit
there.
stops.
We have 1,100 views, almost
You have
1,200.
40 views.
1,200.
1,200.
Oh, 1,200. I'm
reactions.
sorry. Okay.
And that's 60
Well, listen,
likes.
one of those is mine. I just want y'all to know. I'm a big
That was
champion.
epic.
Wait, with this, it is now going to be coffee with Danny, Sheila, and Taylor. Let's go. We're out.
Need a rebrand.
You know what? We're going to Magnolia. They're going to come here.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, you guys.
Thank you.
Being
It's good
serious.
seeing y'all.
Thank you.
Yeah, have fun.
Appreciate
So
it.
fun.
So
Yeah,
great.
thank you.
Absolutely.
So knows when you clap.
No, we just go like this. We'll be back.
Oh,
in
it's like the
yeah.
We just fake it so people feel like it's big time.
Yeah.
You take us out.
you don't even need the light. It's just like that's what you gotta have.
Yeah,
right.
It's the
And
it
official.
draws
It all
people.
looks good.
Hey, we're live.
Thank you, everybody. We'll be back. James, we are back. We barely got 2 feet out of the booth when all of a sudden we saw our friends from Avonic run after us
Friends of the show.
because of the award-winning show now.
Oh,
Congratulations.
Award winning.
Congratulations.
because of you guys.
Congratulations.
Yep.
Awesome.
Because of
Because
our
of guests
guests
like
and,
you.
and the audience.
Oh,
So-
all of them.
What do you, yeah.
All
All
six
right,
of
down in
them.
front. Down in front.
Well, but wait, that's not
We're
actually a
live here,
person.
guys. We're live.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. We are using some downtime here. We're not going to lie. As everybody's in sessions, we are joking about the crowd that's obviously not here.
Well, there's,
There's 8 of people. How's the show going, guys?
yeah.
It's going. We've had good communication, good conversation with some folks interested in the product. Traffic is a little light, but gives us opportunity to have more in-depth conversations with people that stop by.
Quality versus quantity.
That's,
right.
that's exactly the spin we put on it as well.
Yep.
No, we were laughing about it, but I think SGA putting this event on. I mean, obviously we were just at AGA. We're going to compare, but it's not fair. It's not a fair comparison. But we've seen a lot of people out. We'd love to see a lot more, but we always want to see more. If we had 2,000 people, we'd want 3.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So I think SGA's done a great job. The event last night was awesome. I've
Yeah.
never been to the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
that was my first, and I live in Charlotte, by the way.
What?
Yeah.
What, you
I'm
do?
a local. Yeah.
And you've
I
never
did
been
not
there?
know
I've not
that.
been there. I've driven by. I've admired the architecture.
They're going to kick
but-
you out of Charlotte.
But I'm glad I got to
Thank
get
you.
in.
Thank you.
Part of the whole award ceremony. That was awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was really fun. And
And
it's-
I don't want to toot our
Where's
horn.
your award, by the way?
Oh,
well,
listen, it's really heavy and sharp, and I was scared to bring it.
it's
It
in the
might
hotel
break.
room. Yeah.
I almost broke it twice last night.
Well, congratulations again.
Thank you very
Yeah.
much. What was I about to say?
We were talking
Well,
about
the NASCAR Hall of Fame.
NASCAR.
Local.
It was a
being
good
there.
event. Oh, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
So y'all did a learning lab?
Yeah, Learning Lab yesterday. Come on, go ahead.
Spit it in.
That was
How'd it go?
exciting. I mean, all right. So look, we learned a little bit more about PA12.
PA12 is.
Have you ever heard of it?
Yep, PA12. Let's check it out.
Catch everybody up real
Check it out.
quick.
Polyamide 12. It's a nylon material being produced. It goes into gas pipes.
Hey, hasn't it been out for a million years?
So,
Million and a half.
This
a
is
million in terms of how long plastic's been around. Yeah, that's probably right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a relative thing. 50 years, at least 50 years.
MAOP though, 250 psi, bursted at 6,300 psi.
The hoop stress is 61.
6380.
Yeah.
6380.
Yeah.
And, yeah, pressures
This is
are
some-
about 1800
this is
psi.
what it feels
It-
like when the technology people come on
That's-
and Jim's just
Bring
sitting there
like-
those
outside.
numbers out.
Jim
Yeah.
starts checking his phone live. He's just like,
Technology, what? Is this a
Yeah,
flip phone
that's
or
a
is
flip
it?
phone, yeah.
That's
So no,
awesome.
we are approved for use up to 6 inches, up to 250 psi.
Yeah.
So where most of your utilities would break at 60 or 80 or 100 and go from PE to steel. Now there's a solution to get them from wherever they're cutting off to that 250 mark.
Yep.
So they could put a plastic system in the ground with no cathodic protection. Same, by the way, same equipment that you utilize
That's
for your
the-
PE.
Yep.
So no expensive retooling required. So
And you
it's a
could
good
hook it up to a PE system with a transition piece.
You could, if
PA
you
to
wanted
PE
to.
transition.
Yep.
If you
So-
wanted to.
Not a, I mean, yeah, in case you, well, that's good, Doug. I like how you did that if you wanted to. But I want to use that, and so it's not an inhibitor where somebody says, oh, we're only using PE. You can start to migrate and do your journey into PA12 by, linking into your existing system
There
as it grows and
Could be
takes.
advantages for wanting to do that.
Yeah.
So what's next for you guys? What y'all got on the boat? You going anywhere? Y'all got some
Thanksgiving?
events? Taking a break until January 4th?
Well,
I don't know of any other event that will be attending the rest of the year.
Not the rest of the year. Now we got a lot of follow-ups to make in the last 2 shows. A lot of people to connect with. But, and then after the first of the year, we'll
Do it
meet the
all
road
again.
Start it all over. Yeah.
I hope this set a
Bigger and
tone
better.
with AGA a couple of weeks back and then SGA now. I hope it sets a tone for 22.
I hope
People
so.
are ready to come out and
Yeah.
get to work.
I'm ready.
That's the feeling we get.
Good to see y'all.
guys too.
Thanks for coming back
Thank
by.
you again. Congrats.
Thank you.
Always good.
Congratulations. Well deserved, by the way.
well, listen,
Thank
glad to
y'all
call
so
you our
much.
friends.
Yeah.
Thank you for being our friends in the
It's
industry.
always nice to sit down with y'all.
Absolutely. It's
Well,
always a
that's good.
pleasure. All right, we'll be back after this short break. Take care. James, put a fork in it.
Done.
It is done.
Done. Dunsky.
SGA is coming to a wind down for us, my friend. It has been a whirlwind.
It really has. This one, I don't know if it's coming off the heels of AGA and, just coming off one going to another, but I'm worn out after this one, just like you. I need a nap, I need a shower, and I need
We've been going
drink.
nonstop.
Oh.
See, a lot of people don't understand, though, that these are literally 12, 13, 14-hour days, and I'm not being facetious.
That's just in the hall today. We're going to spend 12 hours in the hall itself.
Yeah, definitely.
So then that doesn't count leaving here, having a dinner, meeting up with anybody that we need to before we head out.
Yep.
I mean, these are long days, man. It is odd to put a 16, 18-hour day in at a conference. That's actually pretty normal.
It is. It's tiring. It's exhausting, but it's very rewarding, though, too. Just as a side note, we have one more game show tonight we're going to host as
doubt.
Coffee with Jim and James.
No doubt.
And then we are going to, I think, wrap it up. So, look, we have more
fans
fans
We're being
stopping
flooded
by.
with fans right now. Look at that, y'all. You want it? Got it?
There you go. Look, we are giving
look at
out,
that. Oh, I'm so sorry.
as we record, we are giving out
The last
props
piece
to our
of swag.
fans. Yes, that's the last one.
We are the guys from the thing. We won the award last night.
That was us, but we now can say the award-winning show of Coffee with Jim and James, and we have fans lining up. No, he won't let me touch it.
Yeah,
It's locked in a hotel room.
yeah. It's in a vault somewhere in North Carolina.
That's it.
Never to be talked about again. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate
Thank
you.
y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all have a good one.
So that's the life of a trade show. People
Boom.
stop by. They want to connect. They want to say congratulations. They want to say it's good seeing you. Let's catch up in a little bit. And that's one thing about trade shows, fluid and dynamic. You
All
cannot
the
plan
time,
them.
all the time. So we got a game show left with the Upsco guys. Jimmy, it's been amazing
Always, brother.
again.
Always, brother.
We haven't seen each other in person this often in 2 years.
Look at more fans coming by. We better,
Threes of fans walking.
threes.
Hey, it's been awesome. SGA, thank you
Thank
so
you, SGA.
much.
Thank you for the award.
For the award.
Yep.
For the event, for stepping out there, setting a tone for our industry. Hey, there's no pictures on the scorecard, man. It's
No.
good and it's good. We love you guys.
Yeah, love
Thank
you
you
all.
for your support. See you at the next one.
We will see. I'll see people at LGA 2 weeks.
I won't. I'll
I'll
see
be
you at
there.
APGA. I may be there when this one comes out. I don't know. We'll
So,
see.
see you
But
in
we appreciate
Louisiana. All right, you all be safe. Take care. Bye-bye.